What's up, people? What's up, people? 4th day trying to reach 28 of rating on CSCOM. In the first day I played very good, gaining some rating, but the next 2 days I lost all of them. So let's try to come back and win games. Okay, I used to play 3+2, so let's play. Now I have just 23.92. I started the challenge with 24, but now I have less rating than when I started. So now we go against a candidate master, so let's try to beat him. Okay, e4, play by Hugo Boss, and now we're going to play the sniper, as we are playing the previous streams. Okay, I'm going to put the board bigger and just move a little bit the board. Okay, 1 second, now 1 second, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. Okay, now the size is perfect. Okay, he played knight f3, and we're going to break the center with c5, as that's the idea of the sniper. Plays a bishop on g7 and try to open the bishop later with c5. And now we're going to play d5 as in a Sicilian. Okay, he maybe came with e5, and now we are going to... I don't like so much knight c6 because bishop b5 there is annoying. Bishop g4 is the other idea. Okay, I'm going to play bishop g4 directly. And the plans here used to be, for example, knight h6, knight f5. Yeah, bishop e2, maybe it's not the best because here I have knight c6. If knight c6 directly, he have bishop b5. I'm trading this knight, so that's why I play knight c6 first. Okay, and now I have two plans. One, develop the knight or break the center with f6. I don't know. I think that we are just going to develop the knight there, knight f5 later, sword castle, and maybe after all of that, break the center with f6. He goes sword castle. Okay, you are not watching the clocks. Maybe later I can trade something to allow you to watch the clocks, but okay, now I'm going to go sword castle. Yeah, you're not watching the clocks. That's the only problem. Okay, later I'm going to change that. Now we're going to play knight f5, trying to put pressure into the d4 pawn. I think that we reach a pleasant position. Because, okay, he has some trouble to defend this pawn. Maybe he can play knight b3, takes, and there, for example, queen b6. Yes, still putting pressure into the 6 pawn, into the 4 pawn, sorry. Yeah, I like my position. In the online games, I'm playing the sniper in all of them. Just g6, bishop g7, and later c5, opening the bishop. Okay, now I can take on e5. No, because he can capture and I lose material. So first I should capture on f3 and later take on e5. And I take a reasonable position. Because, okay, he have a bad pawn structure. Now I'm going to have 2 pawns in the center against 0 of my opponent. It's true that he's going to have a pawn majority in the queen side, but okay. And now I like my position. He have bishop f3, winning material. Now, but bishop f3, after take, bishop f3, queen c7. Example, bishop f3, queen c7. And I'm attacking a2. Okay, he's going to take on d5, but I'm going to capture on a2. Okay, g4, very strange move. Very strange. Yeah, I don't like g4. Yeah, but I don't know where to place the knight, because if I place the knight here, maybe he can take it with bishop g5. If knight g6, okay, knight g7, 4 trapping my bishop. Okay, f4 is not trapping my bishop. Okay, let's go with knight d7. If f4, we can go back to c8 or to c7 or to b8. Okay, bishop here now, and now knight d6 is coming. e5 could be another possibility, opening the position, coming with the queen. Yeah, I like e5 too, or e5, because if knight e6, he can play f5, then knight f4 or something like that. Okay, he's attacking the pawn, so we can just defend it with e6. Yeah, maybe it's the most solid option, just defend the pawn. Yeah, I'm going to make that, defend the pawn. Now queen h4 is coming. So, okay, I think that we are fine there. And yeah, he played bishop e3. I have queen there, but queen bishop f2, queen h6. I don't know. I like queen h4. And if he gains with bishop f2, queen f6, attacking this pawn with 2 pieces. Now rook d8 is coming, maybe rook e8. Okay, vertical move. I like rook d8 now. And e5 is coming. e5 is my idea. Allow black to capture here, but there the g4 pawn is hanging, so it's interesting. Okay, queen here. I like queen here, attacking the bishop, and if he goes to g2, attacking the pawn. Okay, and I want to open the position, but maybe it's not time yet. d4 could be another possibility. h5. Yeah, I like h5. If he captures, I can recapture, and I think that I'm fine there. Yeah, I should be winning because my king is safer. I have 2 central pawns. Especially the safety of my king is the key, and the 2 central pawns. Because okay, he have a pawn majority in the queen side, but he cannot advance it in a good way. So I should be better with my safer king. I don't know what he can do here, because h4 is the real threat, attacking the bishop and taking the pawn. Okay, he played queen e2. The idea is that if e4, he can capture here. Okay, so I'm going to keep the tension and open with h4. If he captures, I can go with knight h5, I suppose. I have knight f5 now, but bishop g4 or something like that. So, okay, if he captures on a5, d3 is my other option. Yeah, I don't know, but if d3, win f1. Okay, d3. And my idea is capture, and if he captures with a recapture, queen takes, and here I have h4, and if bishop g2, I can take. So, interesting plan. And now this bishop is under attack, and if he move it, I'm going to capture here, and the h2 pawn is falling, so bishop g2 is the only move, and then he should remove the bishop, and I should be completely winning there. So yeah, good game. Bishop g2, queen g3, queen g4, he should return to f3. Okay, I'm going to repeat once. And now play queen f5. If he captures, I can recapture with the knight. Good idea. I'm thinking about sacrifice the queen. What do you think? Yes. I'm going to sacrifice the queen just for fun. Okay, take here, and take with the knight. Of course, this is not maybe the best option in a practical game, but it's funny for a blitz. Okay, now I'm capturing here. King g7 is coming. Okay, he defends the pawn, so now king g7. Now we can king with rook d8, rook h8, rook d8. Okay, queen d7. Yeah, maybe rook d8 first was better. And now, yeah, I don't know. Okay, first rook check. And now we can live with the bishop. Yeah, bishop d8, bishop f6 was better. Yeah, fuck. I completely ruined my winning position. Just trying to sacrifice queen and play funny. But I just would play better and not sacrifice a queen. Because making this stupid move, I'm not going to reach 28 in the life. Okay, I should try to open the position. Now the bishop is coming here. Yeah, very bad decision. Sacrifice the queen, of course. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Okay, e5. Bishop f4 is coming. Okay, defend the pawn. Yeah, I make a horrible decision sacrificing the queen. But okay, doesn't matter. Okay, and bishop here. He should capture the bishop. Yeah, playable too. This one. No, fuck. Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah, I shouldn't sacrifice the queen. Especially in a completely winning position. Have no sense. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I had a completely winning position and I sacrificed my queen. I don't know why. Just to Yeah, I don't know. I can't understand my decision of. Yeah, I should take with the pawns. Fuck. Yeah, I was completely winning, playing a great game, and then I decided to sacrifice my queen just to enjoy, but it was better to just win the game and just take the point. Okay, maybe I can hold here. If h7 rook there. Okay, I'm taking some pawns. Just bring the king. And now I'm completely lost. Yeah, everything for try to create stupid game and make sacrifices. And here I just have a winning position after bishop e4, just for example making queen h5, bishop f3, queen h6, and he should resign. Instead of that, I stupid and I sacrifice the queen. But when we have a winning game, we just win the game and don't make stupid things. So okay, let's play another one and try to take back the rating that I lost making this stupid queen sacrifice. Okay, now we go against Professor Banana. Okay, let's play the first move. No. No. Okay, there you can watch the times and you can watch the names. So I'm going to make a little bit higher the board. Okay, now. I prefer to make the board big and yeah, it doesn't matter. I just want to make the board bigger. Or can play better and doesn't matter if you doesn't watch the times, because if not, with the board so small, I have less possibilities of increase the rating. Okay, let's keep moving the board. We can enter in the screen. Let's keep moving. Okay, a little bit more. I'm going to lose all the time that I have in the clock. Okay, let's make my face smaller. And okay, the board a little bit smaller. Now I have just 1 minute left down in the clock. But okay, I'm going to win anyway. Yes, I just have 2 minutes. Okay, knight f6, and now I'm going to play b6. Bishop here, bishop here, double fianchetto. Yeah, the previous game was incredible. I was completely winning, and I sacrificed the queen with no reason, just to give the game. Where I was playing a great game during. Yeah, I was playing a great game, but I ruined everything with my sacrifice. Okay, now I have a pawn down. Okay, I should be focused, because if not, I'm not going to lose any rating. I'm not going to win. I'm going to lose. So yeah, and now I lost again in just 9 moves. Okay, yeah, incredible. Okay, let's be focused and try to come back a little bit, because yeah, I lost the first one, and yes, now I lost in 9 moves. So let's try to be more focused and come back. Now we are just with 2381 of rating, which is nothing. So we should start to play better and start to gain some rating. Okay, 96. Why not? I blunder in everything, and now I have a pawn down, a horrible pawn. Yes, a horrible pieces. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to play so much games today because it's so late and I'm not having the mind so good. Let's see the games. I'm playing very bad. Okay, now he have tactics of e5. Fuck, that's it. Okay, so I'm going to try to close his bishop. Okay, d5. Yeah, good move. Now place here the knight. And try to break with f5, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll resign because the position is unplayable. He can trap my rook, maybe with bishop e3. I have f5. a5, no, this plan doesn't work because the queen is defending a6. Yeah, good move. Now, okay, f5 is obligated move. I can sacrifice the exchange, but okay, I don't want to make that. Now queen f6 is coming, rook here. The huge problem is this knight, that this knight is completely lost, completely dead. And now rook is coming. f4, f3. Fuck, here f4 was a good idea. And if he captured f3 and fuck. Okay, this plays well the rook. And now, okay, I'm still being in the game. I just want to activate this knight. I don't know how to make that. a5 doesn't work. Okay, f5, I'm going to play it anyway. No, but I don't like f5 because now he have the a file to enter. Yeah, this knight is a problem. And finally I'm going to play f4. Okay, f3, good defense. Yeah, it's 5, not allowing g4 because if he plays g4 I can take the pawn. I haven't this move. Yeah, what to do? I was thinking about an idea of knight a6, knight takes, queen e6, queen c5, king here, b5, but doesn't work, or rook c1 or something like that. Okay, just keep follow the attack. b4, not bad, just capture. Okay, not bad. And I don't care about the dark square, the rooks, because I want to take the dark square bishop. So we are just trying to open the position. Okay, now I have the dark square bishop who is going to be active on c5. I have like a rook down because I'm exchange down and this knight is completely a shit. Okay, just keep opening the position. And now he can capture the here. Yeah, he can capture here. Now I can capture and yeah, now I'm completely lost. Bishop a3, why not? Yeah, that it here. Okay, that was playable, but that move was very bad. Okay, it's time to play bishop c5. He's going to take the bishop, capture the pawn with the queen. This knight still being a dead knight. Just queen, yeah, queen e7, why not? Okay, finally my knight is leaving. My knight makes his dream come true or something. Knight here, I lost. Okay, the rook is under attack. Or I can attack with rook a8, rook. I have some options. Not possible. I just can move the queen. So queen g6, defending the rook. Okay, he have 5 extra pawns, but I have counterplay. Now the rook is coming. Yeah, the rook is coming, and it's not clear. The rook is entering the position, and I have my counterplay. Okay, rook here, because if rook takes, just king there. The problem is that I have no threats. Yeah, for example. And if queen e7, king there. Yeah, I'm completely lost. Okay, he's going to return. And queen e7, queen e6, and rook f6. Try to escape with the king. Okay, and the checks are over. Check. 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 No check. Check. Yeah, I don't know why I'm playing this position where I have a queen and a rook down. I'm not completely sure why I'm playing that seat. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, finally I'm going to receive checkmate. No, he's not giving checkmate. Promote. Okay, give me checkmate, please. Okay, finally I received checkmate. Now we have 2 losses. So finally it's time to win a game. I'm going to play 2 more, so let's try to end with 2 victories. Instead of, okay, we start with 2 losses, so now 2 victories should be fine to end the stream. So okay, let's play 2 more games. Okay, now people taking the challenge. Nobody wants to play 3+2 now. I don't know why. So okay, let's wait for the people to accept the challenge. Okay, nobody is taking the challenge, so yes, I can just wait. Yes, I was thinking to review this game, but it's not necessary because I just blundered a pawn in the opening playing, I don't know what I played, I think d5 or something like that. But yes, I blundered a pawn in the opening. And in the first game, yes, in the first game we are making a perfect game, outplaying our opponent, and I sacrificed the queen just to make a funny game, but doesn't work. Okay, and we play against a FIDE master, so let's play g3, followed by bishop here, and the sniper with c4, knight f3, now sir castle. Yeah, okay, knight. Yeah, sir castle. Now, for example, queen c2, taking here with the queen. I have queen a4, queen c4 too. That's a different way to play. But okay, I think that both are fine. Yeah, maybe queen here was stronger, forcing c6 or something like that. Or bishop d7, because here he can play with sir castle, c5, bishop b7, so queen e4 should be better. However, he plays the knight anywhere. Now d4, taking the control of the center. The knight is coming to c3, the bishop is coming to... No, bishop f4 now because knight d5. So, knight c3. Queen c2 first could be playable. And now I was thinking e4 closing my bishop, but not. First I'm going to develop the rook to d1. And now queen d3. Now e4 is coming. Yeah, e4 finally is coming. Bishop f4. Why not? Or bishop f4, bishop e3. Okay, bishop f4, he have e5. No, okay, just play bishop f4. Maybe he have some tactics. Okay, he's from Russia, maybe. Crocodile Dan Drory. Maybe yes, he's from Russia, maybe. He have the international flag. Okay, for the moment we are playing normal. We have a normal position with the 2 rooks in the center. Okay, he wants to break with c5. So it's time to move the queen to e2, defending e4 and leaving this pin. I don't know if he plays knight there, b3. This c7 pawn is hanging. Yeah, I missed that. Okay, he finally realized that this pawn is hanging. And now I think that I have everything well placed to break with d5. If I can, okay, I'm going to say if I can capture on e6, it's fine because I open his king, but he captured on d5, so logical. It could be fine to have a rook there, putting pressure. Okay, bishop d6, not bad. And now I can knight d5, g5. So I didn't want to trade that bishop on d6 because I'm opening the rook. If queen d2, knight c4. Fuck. If bishop here. Yeah, maybe no, but knight c4. Yeah, black is fine here. Okay, I'm going to trade queens. Trade bishops. And activate my knight. The knight can land on c6 one day. Before, for example, knight c4, knight c6. Okay. Better, because I wasn't a huge fan of place the pawn on before. 95. Yeah, he's playing a little bit strange. No, f4 not, because he's coming here. Knight c6 is defending, so f3. f3. He wants to play before. Yeah, this is the idea. So a3 first, avoiding before, and later my plan is h3 followed by f4, king f2, knight c6, and okay, I think my endgame is not so bad. Okay, knight now h3, f4, attacking the knight. Then I should go here, and now knight c6 doesn't work because knight d5. But knight c5 is coming. He offered me a draw, but I didn't want to make a draw. I'm making the string to play chess, not to make draws. So I'm not going to accept the draw, of course. Knight c6, knight d5, bishop d5, bishop c6, knight d5, bishop c6, knight b4. No. Okay, I should find a way to still fighting. He's coming with knight c5, very annoying move. And if I defend that, he's coming with knight there. Yeah, maybe a draw is not a bad result here. Yeah, maybe a draw is not bad, but I want to keep fighting. Knight c6, knight d5, knight a7. No, knight takes, bishop takes. Yeah, I don't know how to stay fighting, but we are not going to make the draw. We are going to win this game, so let's keep thinking. Knight c6, knight d5. Okay, let's play knight c6. I don't care. Knight d5, of course. Yeah, I watched this move. But I have. Yeah, I have rook d5, rook d6. Yeah, I'm not watching that shit. Rook d6, and now I can take the knight or take the bishop. No, I'm going to take the bishop. Good move. No, not bad. And now. Okay, just grab the pawn. Okay. Knight d5, I missed that shit. No, knight d5, knight a2, yeah. Because I was thinking knight d4 only, so my move was king f3. Okay, rook e4, yeah, he blundered. He wants to play rook e3. Yeah, his problem. Okay, I'm going to offer a draw. Yeah, okay, because he wants to play rook e3, but he put the rook on e4 instead of that. Okay, I'm just going to go aggressive with my king. I don't care to lose some pawns. Or maybe king g4. Yeah, my king is not so safe here, but not so unsafe. Yeah, my king can look a little bit unsafe here. He can capture on b3 now. Knight d4, rook a7, knight g5, and play this position. I'm not going to allow for black to trade all the pawns. But okay, my other option is play knight d5, but rook d3, rook d6. Yeah, this should be fine. No, but the a3 pawn is hanging. No. So, okay, knight d5, knight b4. And one day I'm going to take this pawn. Okay, knight d5 now, rook d3, knight b4, avoiding the trade. And rook a5, knight b4. It's not easy to grab the pawn, but okay, I should grab it one day. Rook b6, he can capture, and rook b5, rook d3. Yeah, I didn't want to trade this pawn. I think that I want to keep the pawns. Okay, now knight b4. This pawn is not going to be easy to capture. Maybe g4 capture, g5. No, I don't know. Rook b3, rook a5, attacking the pawn. He should keep the rook into the first rank. There, he's collapsing. No, my plan is that's it. Okay, he finally lost some time. So let's play the last game of the day. For the moment, we have two losses and one win. So let's end the day with at least two wins and two losses. Okay, I'm going to play this game fast because I'm going to sleep. When I finish the stream, I'm going to go to sleep. So at least I'm going to finish the game more or less fast. Okay, g6 or castle. Now he's going to play bishop there, d4, and we enter in the symmetrical position where we have many moves. Okay, he captured here. Now knight e5, going for the pawn. Why not? Knight there. Why not too? Knight c4. There is knight. I've blundered a pawn again. So I'm blundering a pawn in all the openings. Very, very intelligent by my side. And I have zero counterplay in this game for the pawn. So, but okay, he's 80 fighter, so we are fighters too. We are going to fight for the half point. Yeah, bishop 6 is not an option. Bishop f4. Because if e5, yeah, of course e5 is not bad. But maybe if e5, yeah, rook d1 doesn't work. We can just move the bishop. And yeah, he should go knight d7, knight f6, knight d5. Later we can go with rook fd1, e3. And okay, it's not easy to win an endgame with a pawn down, but we are going to try that. Yeah, it's a3 first was better. Okay, just place the rooks into the center. Maybe, no, but now we are not going to trade knights, of course. I should keep knights over the board. This knight is great on a5 because there is a game between Rubinstein and Takas from 100 years ago where Rubinstein plays the knight there, and this is a completely beast because black all the time needs a piece defending b7, and he can never play b7 because the c6 pawn is hanging. So the knight on a5 is a completely fucking beast. That's Takas against Rubinstein. And I learned that in the book of Boris Gelfand. Boris Gelfand employed this idea in another of his games. And in a game in the Catalan League some months ago, I employed the same idea of Rubinstein and Gelfand with knight a5. And if he moves this pawn, this move is hanging. So this knight is great place on a5. Okay, now I have f4 opening the position. Yeah, maybe it's not the best move. Yeah, it's to play more carefully with bishop h4. Maybe f4 was playable, but I'm not sure. Bishop g5 now. Okay, this pawn is under attack. Knight e4 is coming. Maybe no. Okay, just b3. Defending position. Let's see that the rook. This knight is great place here because he's attacking the b7 pawn. And he can never move this pawn because this c6 pawn is going to be hanging. He cannot move the rook because this pawn is hanging. Okay, he moved the knight, and we are not going to trade pieces because we have a pawn down. So we just should keep pieces over the board. So it would be great if I win this game in the style of Takas and Boris Gelfand. Knight c5, bishop c8. Nah, just keep the tension. Bishop d2. Now knight c5, of course, is coming. He's going to game with bishop c8. Or knight d6 is another possibility. And let's see the huge strong of the knight on a5. Attacking b7, attacking c6, he cannot move the rook. If he moves this knight one day and he puts this pawn, the c6 pawn is falling. So the knight on a5 is very good. One day I should show in the channel my game in the Catalan League, applying the concept of Rubinstein and Boris Gelfand. And I'm going to share the game of Rubinstein, the game of Gelfand, and my game in the Catalan League. So yeah, maybe this week I should make that video of the power of a knight on a5. Yeah, I really like that game of the Catalan League because I like so much study chess, and I study the top grandmaster of the history of chess, and I really like I enjoy so much playing games in a similar style like them, or applying some ideas that I learned in studying that games. Okay, maybe e4 is coming because this bishop is not making nothing, so it's not making so much in this diagonal. Okay, and now it's time to capture the bishop. This will recapture with the rook. Under e4, I don't know if e4 because I'm closing the bishop. Maybe f4 opening the position finally. before b5. Yeah, I like before b5. That's my plan. I don't know if b5, but I like before. Okay, now a3. Yeah, a3 without hurry. Just a3, playing slowly, and we're going to win this game with a pawn down. h4, bishop h3, e4 is coming too. Another more plans. Let's see the strong of the knight on f5, still attacking b7, still being very, very, very unpleasant. Okay, knight here. He cannot still move this pawn. Now rook c2 looks fine. Because okay, he cannot move this pawn, and he have a knight there. Maybe he cannot. He have a knight c5. Now we are going to double rooks into the c5. h4 is coming maybe. Yeah, let's see. This knight is very, very, very strong. Okay, move, guy, move. Okay, he lost on time. Okay, so at least I won on time, but at least I won 2 games. I started with 2 losses, but at least we won the last 2 games. And playing like Akiva Rubinstein and Boris Gelfand. So happy to play the idea of knight a5. Today we doesn't gain some rating, so let's try to increase the rating in the next